Hello and welcome to Sewing Report Live. I'm your host Jen, and tonight we are going to be getting into what the F is happening at Joann Fabrics, because I honestly don't even know. So we are going to be doing the deep dive into the new Joann interim CEO plus the board of directors. So we'll be getting into all of that every week. We go over the latest that's happening in the world of sewing and crafts. As you're coming in, just a couple of ground rules. This is a live show, and I appreciate everyone leaving comments and participating in the chat, whether you're watching live or on the replay. Just a couple quick housekeeping rules. I just ask that if you're participating in the chat, you be polite and respectful to myself and everyone else in here. No self-promotion or advertising, no links, and no politics. I hope everyone's having a great weekend. Man, I was doing some show prep tonight, and I kept hearing this weird, creepy music through my headphones, and it took me a while to realize, but it was one of the websites I had pulled up. It had this, seriously creepy music, and I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. So that's why we got started a few minutes late tonight. But we're going to be diving in to everything. And first, I do want to give a shout out to tonight's live stream sponsor. Of course, it is the Sewing Report Etsy shop, and I did just restock some of the inventory. You guys have been really loving the magic pins with the flatheads and the Sew Tights originals, and I just got those back in stock. So if you have been looking for those, they are now back in the shop at sewingreport.etsy.com. Again, we sponsor ourselves here. This is independent media, and we don't really do a lot of sponsorships outside of the show because I need to maintain my independent voice. So this is one way you can support Sewing Report Live if you like the work I do here. So I hope everyone's doing great tonight. And let's check out a few items. So yes, I do have a couple sales going on. Oh, I need to also update the shop because my current promotion ran out, but I will be updating this right afterwards. I had an ongoing sale that if you purchased at least $60 or more, you would get 10% off your order. It looks like that has expired, so I will be updating that. So after the show tonight, you should see that change again. You can only run sales in Etsy for like a month or something, so I keep having to do it over and over again. But you can get 10% off orders of $60 or more and get free shipping. Also, you get free shipping regardless on $35 or more as well. Lots of great items. We've got some sewing labels, we've got sewing notions, we've got fabric bundles, lots of stuff. Check it out, and that is one way you can help support this live stream that we do every week for free. Okay, so I've been digging into the Joann's news, and I'm not really sure what they're trying to do. I don't even think they know at this point, because it seems like to me like Joann's is trying to just throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. So I was trying, and also as of this point, they still have not updated the leadership page or the board of directors page. So those pages are actually down, which is kind of interesting. So it's been over a week. So it's been about a week and a half because they released this news last Friday. So it's been a little over a week, and they still have not updated those pages to reflect the new executives and the new board of directors team. So let's take a look at the latest though. So then when I was looking to see if they had put out any more news, I saw that they had. So they did, and I'm confused by this. All right, so let me pull this up. Joann's put out this press release that they are going to be marking down the prices on 15,000 items permanently. So I guess that's strategy number one, I guess, in this turnaround. So let's take a look at this press release, because I'm I don't even know what they're trying to do at this point. So it says, Joann permanently marking down more than 15,000 items starting this week, unveils lowest prices of the season event. So I'm okay. Prices drop to inspire more creativity. Semi-annual event offers up to 70% off more than 18,000 SKUs June 13th through the 26th. So They are currently having a semi-annual sale. So I'm like, okay. The nation's category leader in sewing and fabrics with one of the largest arts and crafts offerings is slashing prices on thousands of items across its assortment as it looks to inspire creativity for all. Starting this week and continuing through the month of June, Joann will be lowering the everyday price on items across its assortment from fabric and yarn to crafts and fine arts to machines and home decor. Additionally, June 13th through the 26th, shoppers can enjoy the lowest prices of the season during Joann's semi-annual sale. Now, Joann's is always having sales on everything, so I'm not really sure how this is different. As for the marking down the items permanently, they're if you look at Joann's regular prices, they're grossly inflated, and then everything is on sale. And the sale price is really like the actual price of the item. So it kind of seems like with them permanently marking down items, they're just marking them down to like a less inflated price that's closer to what they should be. So it's not like they're, in my opinion, it's not like this is like going to make a whole lot of difference. It looks like they're just making the regular price of the item slightly lower, but the regular price was super high to begin with, and no one was paying those prices anyways because they have so many coupons, so many confusing deals and sales going on, that the regular price of anything at Joann's is not the actual price. So I'm like, okay. All right. Shoppers can enjoy the lowest prices of the season during Joann's semi-annual sale, which offers discounts up to 70% off more than 18,000 items across all categories. We are dedicated as ever to helping all customers find their creative happy place, and we are pleased to be able to lower thousands of everyday prices to enable them to create more, said Rob Will, Chief Merchandising Officer. We have worked hard to evaluate across the assortment and make thousands of staple items more affordable every day. And with our lowest prices of the season event running for 2 weeks, longer than ever, with more deals than ever, customers can stock up with confidence they're getting the best deal possible. Are they? I don't know. Joann offers a robust assortment across multiple categories in its more than 800 stores, and customers can conveniently shop more than 100,000 items on Joann.com. Everyday price cuts include more than 6,000 fabric styles, more than 1,700 craft and fine art supplies, more than 1,700 paper crafting supplies, more than 1,000 jewelry making supplies. Deals for the lowest prices of the season event include yarn, fabric, and sewing supplies as low as $1.49, up to 70% off frames, storage, and art supplies. Big twist value yarn starting at $2.79 with up to 50% off entire stock yarn. Keepsake calico cotton prints $4.99 per yard. Gildan short sleeve t-shirts 4 for $10. Open stock paper 10 for $3. 3 for $5 entire stock fabric quarters, so fat quarters, up to 70% off last chance fabric and up to 80% off clearance. So is this like the first move the new leadership is doing there? It kind of seems to me like they're, all right, this reads to me, I don't know what you think, but it looks like they're trying to just move through some of this inventory and just run through it, get some more cash on the books, and just get rid of this stuff. Like, that's what it seems like to me with this new leadership guy, Michael Prendergast, the interim CEO. He worked for a lot of like fast fashion places, like online retailers, and he's basically a retail consultant. Also, this guy went to the University of Phoenix, so I'm like, okay. So what do y'all think that of all of this, the permanent price cuts and the semi-annual sale? Like, I don't really see what the big deal is. It's like, okay, you're having a sale. All right. And then you're making the regular price of the item more like legitimate, I guess. I don't know. Like, that just seems really weird to me. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like, lower, like, I would see items at Joann's and the regular price would be like double what it should have been, and then it would be 50% off. So the sale price was really like just the normal price, which I've always found that kind of bizarre that stores do that. And it seems a little bit, I don't know, it just seems like a deceptive marketing tactic to me. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. But I saw this and I was like, oh boy. It just seems like something, that seems like something a corporate executive would do. Like, it's like, okay, we just gotta have a sale. And then that could give them some more cash. And it would just, because some of the inventory seems to have been sitting there forever. Like, some of the stuff, I don't even know, like, why they have it in the store to begin with. It doesn't make any sense for Joann's. And I can't see who would possibly buy some of this stuff. It's like especially some of like the fabrics, they're very taste specific. Some of the other items, I'm like, I just think, who is buying this stuff? I don't know. It's not me. And I don't really know many people who would. So, yeah. And I want to take a look at let's take a look at the Joann website and see like what the heck is going on there. Because I'm like, I don't even know. So this is what the Joann website currently looks like. Deals under $3. Lowest prices of the season. Store, like this almost looks like one of those stores that's always having a liquidation sale. You know what I mean? Like when you go in there and the store's not closing, but they're always having a going out of business sale, but they're not actually going out of business. Okay, so it says, right now it says 30% off your total regular price purchase, free shipping on all orders, pick up in store and get $5 off your next in-store purchase, okay? Let's look at some of these deals. Are they actually deals? Okay, $1.49 fat core. Like, this reads to me like they're just trying to liquidate some of this stuff. Like, and maybe they're gonna, I don't know, maybe they will change up the inventory. I think they need to. Some of the stuff I just am like, this is ridiculous. It's not anything anything would buy. Like, I don't know. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. The Ditto pattern projector is now on sale for $2.99. Wow. So if anyone, and by the way, I don't hate me, guys. I have not opened up my Ditto pattern projector yet. Like, that should tell you how excited I am about this product. Maybe that's a bad thing. And I paid about $3.60 for mine, so I don't feel too bad. But if you are interested in the Ditto pattern projector, it is now on sale at Joann's for $2.99. So that's a pretty low price. It looks like they're trying to get rid of this. And it does have four-star reviews. I mean, that's, yeah, so it's like when people buy it on sale, I think they're like okay with it. Okay, at least they've got some review photos here and stuff. Okay, these people, wow, these people did not. Okay, useless without subscription. That's not good. Let down and angry. Oh. Okay, these reviews. Never connects. Oh, that's not good. Wow, this review. No matter what I do, 9 out of 10 times gives me errors and refuses to connect to anything. I spend 30 minutes trying to get it to work. Every time I try to use it, and every time it ends in tears of frustration and the loss of my will want to craft. Wow, that's a pretty downer review from Angel Storm. If that happens to me, I'm gonna be pretty pissed. I would be pretty pissed. So, but it is now 63% off. 63%. Yeah, I need to open mine. I know I've been really bad about that. So this looks like it was like the first move of like the first big thing that the new management did. Like, let's see what the 80%, like, what is in the 80% off clearance section? I want to know. I'm just like, what the heck? What? So it looks like they're just trying to clear stuff out, in my opinion. Okay, so here's all the clearance stuff. All right, let's look at what's last chance fabric? Is that like... Okay. All right, so this is like $2.99 a yard. I think you have to buy like 2 yards online at least. I mean, these are good prices. I will say the quilting cotton quality isn't like the greatest at Joann. So, yeah, this looks like we're just trying to get rid of this shit, in my opinion. Let's just click on, yeah, I would not buy any of this stuff. Oh, okay, and you can get, This is interesting. So you get 70% off last chance cotton fabrics. And then you also get an additional 10. I kind of want to place an order just to see what the heck happens. You get 10% off. Okay, so they have an even deeper discount. So you can get 10% off your order of $85 or more, 15% off $100 or more, or 20% off $150 or more. Free shipping over $75 when you use code 10savings. So, yeah, this looks like they're just trying to offload all this stuff. That's what this looks like to me. Yeah, shop our weekly ad. Yeah, let's see what else is going on. Like the website, it does look like everything is on sale. So if you are looking for a sale at Joann's, this is your chance here. All right, let's see what else is going on here. The website's taking a little bit to load. Look at all, I mean, this stuff is pretty freaking cheap. Like, these prices are actually, like, not terrible. Actually, these candles are kind of cute. Oh, this is kind of adorable. It looks like a drink. Can you purchase this online? This is actually kind of cute. So they're drink-scented candles. Okay, those are actually kind of adorable. So if you are looking for, like, little things for gifts or something. Okay, that's kind of cute. Oh, and it's got a little lid, so it looks like a little frappuccino or something. So they are having some legit sales. So that seems to be, like, the first thing they're doing. Let's look at the sewing machines here. See if there's any actual deals. All right, these are like just the regular prices. Like this isn't actually, these aren't really sales to me. This is like what they should be priced at. I don't know. What do you think? I don't see any like crazy deals on the sewing machines. Okay, got the and I noticed the price of the PE 900, if you are looking to pick one up, it has dropped a little bit since when I bought it. So that's a good thing. So if you are looking for the PE 900, because I paid a few $100s more for mine. But I've noticed that price seems to be everywhere, so it's not specifically Joann's. Like, yeah, these, I'm not super impressed by the sewing machine deals. Alright, let's see what else they got. I just want to see, like, are these legit deals or not really? Some of the stuff, like the home decor and seasonal stuff, they actually seem to be, like, okay prices. Alright, so they've got 40% off sewing and quilting notions, 50% off Pellon interfacing, 50% off entire stock of thread, 50% off Fisker's quilting, cutting tools, and then 40% off the entire stock of foam. That's like the regular, those are like regular sales for Joann's. So, I mean, that's not like super impressive or anything. I don't know. It seems like they actually have some okay deals though on like the seasonal stuff. Yeah, alright, let's take a look at art supplies. Is there actual sales? And like, yeah, these aren't like super great prices either. Like, I mean, it's like a regular Joann. This just seems like a regular Joann sale to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. All right, let's take a look at some of your comments here. All right, Denise says, at Joann's yesterday, they had home deck stuff, last call 80% off. 6 rows of holiday and home decks. I kind of need to go back to Joann's and see. Should I go back there should I go maybe to another Joann's and investigate and see what's going on? I'm very curious. Okay, this is an interesting theory. My guess is they will lower everyday prices, but do away with some of the couponing and discounts. I think that would make sense because I think what they have going on now is all of the sales and the coupons are way too confusing for people. And I think they need to simplify that whole, like, they need to simplify everything because they have way too much going on, and like their sales and deals and promotions have to be kind of wasting a lot of resources just to come up with all of those things and implement. So if they can streamline how they discount things or put things on sale, I actually think that will save them money because they're not coming up with like 9,000 different sales. Maybe they have like more streamlined stuff, and I think that would be better for on a corporate level. Red flag. All right, yeah, I agree. Yes to getting rid of inventory and raising cash, and then reducing prices but doing away with some coupons and discounts. Yep. All right, my local store is so sparse now. Woo. I don't know. This is very weird. This whole, like, that's why I titled this episode, like, WTF. Like, I honestly don't know what they're trying to do. It's so bizarre that I don't know. It feels like he's playing the customers like the fast fashion crowd. I'm not real impressed. Yeah, this is very bizarre. We don't know, like, does anyone have any theories on what Joann's will do next? I don't even know. I agree. I think this is a pointed opportunity for them to clear out the crap and restock with real crafting sewing items, or just wishful thinking, lol. I hope you're right, Denise. I do hope they need a better buying team, because the stuff they're buying for Joann's is literal crap. They need to have better fabrics, quality notions, and you guys have also said that they're replacing like the known brands with like their like in-house brand, which I imagine has higher profit margins. So like instead of Dritz Notions, it'll be like whatever brand, but it's like a Joann's thing. So that's gonna be pretty weird. I don't know. Like, this is super strange. Like, when I saw that press release, I was like, yeah, they're trying to do something. I just don't know what it is. But it does seem like they're trying to clear out all of the current inventory. But, like, here's the thing. Are they going to replace that inventory with better inventory, or is it just going to be more garbage? Because, like I don't even want to go shopping at Joann's now, because they don't really have a lot of good stuff, in my opinion. Like, and the stuff they have that's, like, decent or stuff I would buy is overpriced. Like, if I was to buy, like, a pair of Ginger scissors, I could get it much cheaper on Amazon or somewhere else. So the stuff I would buy at Joann's is overpriced. That's what I've run into at Joann's. Shelves may be empty, but from the last few trips to Joann's, it seems like they're switching out over inventory, so the empty shelf is a temporary in most cases. Yeah, I don't know. This is so weird. Definitely giving the always going out of business furniture store 5. Thank you, First Let. Yes. That's the vibe I'm getting. It's like, I think now when people go to Joann's, if they don't get it 80% off, like, they don't feel like they're only going to buy stuff at Joann's if it's deeply discounted. Always. And it does feel like it's like always going out of business. Not really, but always going out of business. Liquidation sale. You know where they've got the yellow banner out front that says like liquidation sale, and you don't even know what that means. It's like, are you actually liquidating? But they're not really. They're just like always having a sale. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. This whole thing is so strange. Oh my, like, I don't even know what to think at this point. Like, I don't know what they're trying to do or what the strategy is. Okay, we got to check Liberty of London Last Chance. Is that online, Debbie? All right, we got to check it out. If that's the case, I'll buy some stuff. Let's see, Liberty of London. That's a good price for that fabric. All right, let's check it out. Thanks for the heads up. That's a good deal. Okay, I'm having a hard time finding any. So people have already purchased it, I guess. I mean, it is on the website. Let's check it out here. Okay, so is it in stock or not? Okay, that is a good price. That's an awesome price. If any of it, can you sort by what's in stock? All right, so let's do ship to me. Okay, or free curbside. Here's the thing, though. I've heard there are problems with the buy online, pick up in store. So if you do this, are you gonna actually get your fabric or not? Let's do the ship to me thing and see what's going on here. Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna put on me for a second. All right. Oh, 99% of my items I received are problems, and my fabric is always cut short. You're even using the face palm emoji, so you must be pretty frustrated. Most of the time, they have to refund my... Oh. Okay, that's rough. All right, so Mad 14KT, what have you ordered? Like, I want to know what kind of stuff are you ordering, and why is it so bad? Like, why is it so bad? I'm just really curious. That's crazy. Like, that's just insane, you know? Wow. Just wow, you know? Wow. Okay, let's put this back up here. Okay, so we're going to take a look at some Liberty fabrics here. All right, so let's see what can be shipped to me. Okay. Okay, so there's 19 that can be shipped. All right, let's see what happens. Like, I actually would try to order some Liberty. Okay, all right. Not all of it's on... Oh, wait. The stuff that you can buy online, most of the stuff is not on sale. Okay, so there's only like a couple... Also, it's hard to tell what color this actually is. All right, let's try this one. Okay, out of stock. Okay. So a lot of the good stuff is out of stock. All right, that's kind of a bummer there. That's a good price though, Debbie. I don't trust the buy online, pick up in store because I've just heard so many problems with that. Like, because they don't have the manpower to fulfill the orders, and it's like kind of a mess. So I don't know if I would do that because, yeah. But those are good prices. If you can go to the Joann's, like, that's the thing. I would probably just go to the store and see if they have any. And if they do, just buy that. So, yeah. So for the next couple weeks, they are having the lowest prices of the season store-wide event. This just screams like cheap. Like, I don't know, just, it's weird. This is weird. This whole thing is weird. All right, Lisa says, clear out the fleece and flannel. I think they could clear out a lot of that stuff. And I live in Florida, so we don't really have that much of a need for either of those fabrics because it's so hot here. So I don't know what we need. All right, doesn't sound good from the comments and the vibe. Yeah, this is not... Yeah, I don't know. It seems like maybe they're just trying to get some cash on the books by selling all this stuff. Yeah, this is a way to hype up for their shareholders. Yep. Yep. All these sales would be fine, but if you are a clothes store like me, I'm finding it hard to get enough buttons, yards of a particular fabric, or some threads. I just find Joann does not have enough quality apparel fabric. Like, a lot of the fabrics I see there, I'm just like, I just wouldn't buy it. Like, it's either really cheap looking or it's like stuff you would use for Halloween costumes, but not fabric that you would use for like everyday clothing. So that's the problem I have with a lot of that type of stuff. You know, yeah, just get over to Joann's and see if they have some, and you can check online to see if they have it in store, it looks like. So you may be able to get lucky. Probably the best shot would be to actually go to the store and see if you can get a discount. All right, so Mad14KT says, you've ordered tulle, sewing fabric, deco boxes, thread, other notions, and they all become problems from being open to use. Ooh. Man, that's not... They're sending you used items? Like, was it somebody's return? That's insane. That is insane. Okay. The new leadership hasn't been in place for long enough to a fully developed new strategy, in my opinion. This looks like clearing out for cash flow while they create a new vision and plan. So I want to know, what do you think their plan will be? Like, they've got all of these people with, like, retail experience, and we're going to talk about this because I've been trying to look into the people that are going to be in charge now, and I'm not super excited. Like, I'll just say I'm not super excited about it. They sent me the whole buttons twice. Okay, that's great. Nothing like wearing fleece in the dead of summer. Yeah. Like, again, and just for context, I'm from the Buffalo, New York area. And moving to Florida was like a culture shock in itself. Because I've always had like all of these like cold weather clothing items. Like winter coats and all this other stuff. And since I've moved here, I have not needed like any of that stuff. So I have like all these like ski jackets, and I've got like a down parka, and I should probably get rid of it because I don't see myself needing it like ever again. And if I'm there's no reason for me to hold on to all these winter clothing items that I'm most likely never going to use again. So I should probably get rid of a lot of stuff. Although I kind of want to I have this like ski jacket from Abercrombie that I bought in like 1999 or like 2000, and it's in great shape. In fact, I need to wash it, but it still fits me, and it was actually from the kids section. It was from the boys section. It's like size extra large or something. It's like one of the best jackets ever. And that was when Abercrombie and Fitch had like really good quality clothing. And I love that. I just love that jacket. It's so great. And I need to wash it though. I need to wash it because it does have some like dirt on it and stuff. So I could stand to throw it in the wash. But like I will probably keep that jacket forever just because it's so cool. And it was a really good, it's just great quality. And I think I got it for like $50 or something. Like, it was a really great deal. I would be shocked. Are you saying you wouldn't be shocked if Joann's merged with Michael's? Like, I don't know. Like, who the hell knows? Like, we don't, like, I feel like anything could happen at this point. It's so bizarre. Like, this is so strange. I can't even begin to tell you, like, how confused I am about what is going on at Joann's. I had to order thread online for the sale. It wasn't in stock. They refunded my money. However, it was in the store, but I couldn't purchase it in the store. Well, that's confusing. I suggested a rain check make a purchase. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know. Like, people are having a lot of you guys have been reporting that you're having issues with placing orders at Joann's, whether it be online or the buy online, pick up in store stuff. It's crazy. Sadly, based on who they hire, they will blow it by going with ultra cheap fast fashion items. It's possible the fabric will be more attractive but complete crap. I can see that. Like, they'll get like more trendy Gen Z appealing fabric, but it's going to be polyester or like synthetic fabric. Like, it'll be cute, but it's going to be like garbage quality fabric. I can definitely see that going on. I hope they examine the real reason for shoppers going to the store, which is not to buy seasonal items. I get that seasonal items are high profit, but the floor area they take up is too much. Yeah, I don't know who is, like, I don't really buy a lot of seasonal items myself. I just don't have, like, I don't have room to store all of that stuff, so I just can't buy, like, a lot of seasonal decor or home items. I don't do a lot of entertaining, so I don't need home decor or like a lot of the items that they put in the front of the store. I just don't need that stuff. Like, I just don't, like, if you saw my house, you would think we were nuts. You know, we're not having dinner parties or doing tablescapes and all of that kind of stuff. I don't decorate for the holidays. I'm really bad at that kind of thing. I'm also not great with interior decorating. So, like, we don't really have a lot of, like, nice furniture or anything. So, that's just not really my jam, I guess. So it's really, yeah, it's super crazy. I need to get some water real quick. Like, if you do buy the seasonal items, more power to you. I just want to know, how do people have room to store all of those items? And then you see people buying, like, new holiday decor every year, and I'm like, well, what do you do with the old stuff? Do you just throw it out? What do you do? I don't know. Like, I don't know what Joann's strategy is going to be. I'm pretty confused about the whole thing. I think this is really freaking weird. I've been stocking up on 100% linen and lightweight denim for dresses. Like, that's the only thing worth buying, I think, from these stores, is like the linen or cotton, or even like maybe cotton blends if they have it. Denim, yeah. Like, that's really the only type of stuff I would buy at a big box fabric store. A lot of holiday decor winds up the local Goodwill. Yeah, exactly. Like, and that's, I really try not to get sucked into, like, that level of, like, consumerism. Because it's like, yeah, if you buy something and you just end up donating it, like, why buy it in the... Like, I would rather buy something that I want to keep for years than buy something that's kind of disposable. I'm going to just donate, and then I buy new... Like, it just seems like a really nasty cycle. I just don't really want to do that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, this is too much for me. This is just too much for me, guys. Okay, so last week, Joann did announce that they have new leadership. So I want to go over this. We're going to go over this press release again briefly, and then I'm going to dig into the people. Because I did do a little bit. I did try to look into some of these folks to see, like, who they are and what their backgrounds are. So Joann put out this press release last week that they have announced a new board of directors and an interim CEO. So the old CEO, Wade Mickelon, retired last year, so they haven't had a permanent CEO in about a year, and they still don't. So they're currently apparently looking for a permanent CEO. So they have decided, so Joann used to be publicly traded. When they filed for the bankruptcy, the stock was trading well below $1, so they got kicked off of the NASDAQ exchange, and then they filed for the bankruptcy. Creditors now partly own Joann's. And if you're not aware, Joann's stock was like 66 to 67% held by a private equity group called Leonard Green and Partners. So Joann announced this new team. So the interim CEO is now this guy, Michael Prendergast. He's a managing director with Alvarez and Marshall Consumer and Retail Group in New York. And then they also have this board of directors. So let's take a look at Michael briefly real quick. So he has over 20 years of leadership experience from the fashion and consumer products industries. He's an innovative leader who identifies top-line revenue growth vehicles while maximizing profit within complex organizations. He has a proven track record working across all major retail segments, including wholesale retail and e-commerce, and is an expert in the successful operation of processes throughout the supply chain, from product concept design through delivery to customers. He has extensive experience in merchandising, sourcing, marketing, sales force optimization, and customer retention. Wow. He has served as a CEO and interim CEO for several retail companies throughout his career. So here is a Michael. We did feature him in last week's show. And Michael, yeah. I'm like, okay. Yeah. So his education, this is where I found a little sketchy. He has a bachelor's degree from the University of Phoenix. And now he did not graduate from the University of Chicago. He just did some management training at the University of Chicago Booth School of Business. I also found it interesting. He's been the CEO of an interim CEO, but he does not have an MBA, which seems like it would be pretty critical for someone in that position. And he's worked for this Alvarez and Marshall place for like decades. So his prior experiences with basically a bunch of like fashion companies, including Francesca's. It's like this Gen Z looking fast fashion online place, Maxima Holdings, Iconics, Ralph Lauren, Chaps by Ralph Lauren, not even Ralph Lauren, Chaps by Ralph Lauren, and Tommy Hilfiger. And here's an interesting thing. I went to the Francesca's website just to see like what it was, and it looked kind of like a Forever 21 kind of thing. But here's the thing. I briefly went to this Francesca's website, and then I started getting emails from Francesca's like a couple days later. So that's a little scary. I did not sign up for their email address or anything. I literally just visited the website. And then a couple days later, I started mysteriously getting emails promoting Francesca's. So yeah, that's a little weird. That is a little weird. All right, let's take a look at some of the other people on the board of directors. And it is kind of interesting that Joann's has not updated the leadership team or the board of directors web pages. So that's kind of interesting. So, all right, let me pull this up again. All right, so the board of directors is, let's take a look at, we're going to look at Mary first. All right, so this is Mary Campbell. She has served on the Contour Brands board since February 2024 and the Leggett and Platt board since 2019. She was previously the president v-commerce of Curate Retail Group until her retirement in 2023. Curate Retail is comprised of a select group of retail brands, including QVC, HSN, Ballard Designs, Frontgate, Garnet Hill, and Grandin Road, and is a leader in video commerce, a top 10 e-commerce retailer, and a leader in mobile and social commerce. During her more than 20 years with the company, Ms. Campbell held various leadership positions across the merchandising, planning, and commerce platforms functions. Most recently, and prior serving as president v-commerce, she served as chief merchandising officer of Curate Retail Group and chief commerce officer of QVC from 2018 to 2022. Prior to that, she held the position of chief digital content and platforms officer of QVC. So this is, sorry, I got to scroll down here. This is Mary. So yeah, she's got this looks like I love all these corporate headshots. So here's a couple things I've noticed while I've been researching corporate executives for all of these Joann's reports. I've noticed the headshots, this looks like it's like an ad for like lens crafters or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, she looks like, it just looks like something you would see at lens crafters when you see all those photos on the wall advertising different frames. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Nothing against her. I just think the corporate headshots all kind of have that same vibe here. The other thing I've noticed is that these people, they're very careful not to have any social media. So when you try to look them up, I've noticed they do not have a public like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, anything like that. They sometimes are on LinkedIn. But I've noticed these people are very careful not to have a personal presence on the internet. So you won't find their Facebook page. You won't find them with an Instagram. So they're very careful to like sort of curate their public image. The only thing you will see is like corporate web pages like this. That's all you will find for these people and nothing else. So this is Mary. And interestingly, you might not know this, I actually worked for HSN about a decade ago for like 5 months. I hated it. So I quit. But I actually have some experience working at one of the companies that Mary oversaw. And when I worked for HSN, they had not yet, like, eventually they, like, somehow merged or were, like, bought out by the same company that owns QVC. But when I worked for HSN and QVC were competitors, but they're kind of the same. They're very similar. So that is Mary Campbell. She's on the board of directors. I'm getting the gist that because she has so much experience with like video content, maybe she will sort of be the go-to person for advising Joann's on their content strategy as far as social media or like what they have on the website, that kind of thing. So it does seem like she has some experience with content, with overseeing video content. So maybe that's what she'll do. I don't know. All right, so that is Mary. All right, let's also take a look at the next person. And the next person is Joe Hartsig. Joe is the managing director at Rains International, where he leads the retail and business service practices as a past retail banner president, chief merchandising and marketing officer. Joe has managed full P&Ls up to $26 billion in revenue across brick and mortar and e-commerce channels. He was the chief merchandising officer for a $95 billion business and is a former corporate officer of Fortune 500 publicly traded companies. Joe brings over 30 years of operational experience building world-class teams and leading large organizations at consumer blue-chip companies in the retail industry. His senior leadership experiences include roles at Bed Bath & Beyond, Walgreens, and Walmart. Well, we know how things went at Bed Bath & Beyond. All right, so let's take a look at Joe. And you can see, yeah, Joe has a LinkedIn, and that's it. So, again, no, there's, like, you notice these people have a very, very carefully crafted image. So here's a picture of Joe here. All right, so let's see if there's any more info here. Kind of the same thing from the Joann's info. All right, so yeah, he was the merchandising officer and executive vice president for Bed Bath & Beyond. He also was at Walgreens, Walmart, and he has deep experience managing and recruiting top-tier talent to his teams and complex organizations across mass, club, drug, and specialty retail channels. And retail and consumer companies, he has worked across key categories including food, beverage, household and home goods, consumer technology, health and wellness, seasonal and beauty. All right, so this guy is sort of like, seems to be kind of a logistics guy, I guess. And maybe he will help with the buying, like figuring out what merchandise they're going to buy. I don't know. He serves on the board of Acosta Group, a private equity-backed sales and marketing agency. All right, so that's... All right, and now take a look at this. Joe actually has an MBA. So he has an MBA from Northwestern Kellogg Graduate School of Management. And from what I understand, I think that's a fairly reputable business school. And he has a BA from Hillsdale College in business and Spanish literature. So at least this guy has like some actual business formal education here. I think that beats the University of Phoenix as far as, you know, how bougie a school it is, I guess. So that's Joe Hartsig. So what does everybody think so far of the team so far? The new, you know, what do they call it? The, the new Marvel, I don't know what you'd want to call them. I don't know, the super team. I don't know. That's a good question. Okay, Jen, did you ever buy any crapola from HSN back in the... Okay, Lisa, I did. I still have some stuff from HSN. So the employee... Here, I'll fill you in. So for regular priced items for most things, I think there were some exceptions, but you would get employees would get a 40% off discount if you like bought things from HSN, or I think we also got a discount from Ballard Designs, and then that other company, there was another one called like Frontgate. So you get 40% off of regularly priced items at HSN, or from like Ballard Designs or Frontgate. And they had a couple other random companies like that. But HSN also had this like employee store where everything was like 90% off. And it was a lot of stuff that was like samples that were used for the TV presentations. So some things I bought like random stuff there. I would get I would go like after work, like after, you know, my day was done, I would stop in there after I would like, you know, before I was going home. They had shopping cart, like it looked like a thrift store. Like it had like that kind of, like it was like there was crap everywhere. And it was literally called the HSN Emporium. It was called the Emporium. And like, I think I bought like I bought like an air purifier there. I don't think we still have it. I would buy things like makeup. I would occasionally buy like makeup there, or like things like sheets. What else did I buy there? They would have some fashion stuff. Like, it wasn't great quality, but they'd have like shoes or like clothing. They did have some clothing and like a bunch of random stuff. But a lot of the stuff, some of it would be kind of damaged because it was like a floor sample. So whenever stuff is used for the TV broadcast, the vendor, so like if it would be like Honeywell air purifiers, they would have to provide like 6 samples to be used on, they would have to give HSN a bunch of items to use in the TV presentation. And then after that, like, they would use the items for like a couple months. And then once they weren't going to be airing that item anymore, they would send those items to the employee store. But like the stuff, like, because it was like a floor sample or like stuff, sometimes the stuff would be in like decent condition, but other times it would be like kind of a scratch and dent thing. I think I got like a lawnmower there once, like one of those push mowers, like it was one of those like, it was like a manual, like, lawnmower. Like, I bought that there for like $30 or something. I did get a Dyson vacuum cleaner with my employee discount. I didn't buy it from the employee store. I bought it from, like, I ordered it from the website. And, like, when you would order stuff from the website, you could put in your employee, like, you could sign in as an employee, and then you would get 40% off, like, most items. Like, I think that you didn't get the discount on, like, I think, like, big ticket items, like TVs, or, like, they would sell, like, Apple iPads or something. So there were some things that you didn't get the discount on. But the HSN prices were kind of inflated anyway, so even with the 40% off discount, like, it usually wasn't that great of a deal, although I do still have the Dyson vacuum cleaner, and it still does work. So that's kind of what it was like there, but I got a bunch of random stuff from the employee store, and it was like, it would be like ridiculously cheap. So if that gives you any idea of like what the actual cost of these items are, if they can afford to sell things to employees for like 90% off or whatever, like, that's like the actual value of like, it's not much, you know what I mean? It's not much. All right, let's take a look at some of the other executives here. Okay. Let me get rid of some of these tabs here. Okay, so the next up is Darrell Horn. So Darrell, with more than 25 years of experience, Darrell serves in a strategic advisory role with Green Square clients, advising on investment strategies to meet families' long-term objectives. He also serves as a trusted advisor and consultant regarding private business strategies, ranging from exit options, recapitalization strategies, shareholder strategies, and other needs as they arise. He has been instrumental in assisting families with pre- and post-transaction issues, including pre-sale estate planning, as well as post-sale investment strategy and implementation. He is a member of Green Square's Executive Committee, Investment Committee, and Board of Directors. He's also the co-founder of Center Coast Capital Advisors, a midstream energy investment management firm headquartered in Houston, with more than $3.5 billion under management. Prior to founding Green Square in 2001, he held positions at Goldman Sachs, SunTrust Bank, and First American Bank. Okay, so this is the banker dude here. That's who Darrell is. So let's meet Darrell here. And you're gonna be excited about Darrell in his headshot. Yeah, guys, meet Darrell. He kind of looks surprised in this headshot. I don't know, like, I see it's a little deer in headlights here. I don't know what to think about this guy, but this is one of the newest members of Joann's board of directors. All right, I gotta cough real quick. All right. So this is going to be their banker he's clearly the banker finance nerd. Let's be real. So this is Darrell with Green Square Wealth Management, Senior Managing Director and Principal. All right, so kind of the same info here as the Joann's bio, but so he has a Bachelor of Science degree in finance from Mississippi State University and a Master of Arts in Economics from Vanderbilt. He also holds the Series 65 license. Okay, so Darrell, yeah, this is definitely the money. This is the money guy here. Let's take a look. What does this business do? I don't even know. Like wealth management, okay. What do we do? So this is what Green Square does. The majority of our clients generated their wealth by building and liquidating a privately held family business. Our team can be intimately involved before, during, and after this transition, allowing you to focus your attention on what really matters. Due to our experience in this role, we are imparted with an intimate awareness of clients' key concerns, both in the present and future. We work exclusively for our clients because of our strictly fee-based compensation structure. Clients never pay excessive fees for commoditized services. Instead, we guide them to focus strategies designed to add value. Our core belief is that the financial services industry is inherently broken. Managers that charge excessive fees for in-house products and whose interests are misaligned with the clients are all too common. Our singular focus is remaining independent and objective while promoting your best interests. Alrighty then. Yeah. So this is Darrell, and he is going to be, he's gonna be helping us to reinvigorate Joann Fabrics. What do we think here? What do we think about Darrell? I'm just like, his headshot like just makes me crack up. I don't even know why. Like, he just looks like he wasn't ready to take this photo. No offense, Darrell, if you're watching this. They're probably not, but whatever. I don't care. I don't really care. All right, so let's take a look at the next person. All right, so the next up is Michelle Israel. Michelle joined Consensus Advisors as a strategic advisor in 2023 after playing a senior role in the leadership of both Macy's and Bloomingdale's. A second-generation and career retailer, Michelle has spent her career building brands from luxury to off-price. Okay? From 2020 to 2022, Michelle was SVP/GMM for beauty and center core at Macy's, where she was responsible for approximately a third of Macy's revenue and focused on strategies for emerging and luxury beauty brands and maximizing fine jewelry and shoes. From 2015 to 2020, Michelle led Macy's off-price growth strategy, building out the Bloomingdale's outlets business and opening nearly 175 Macy's backstage outlets in a capital-efficient and highly successful store within a store business model. Under her leadership, Macy's established itself as the only national on-mall off-price retailer. Side note, we actually did have like a Macy's outlet in like the Tampa area, and like nobody ever went there. Like it didn't even look like a real store. And I don't think anyone really shopped there. Prior to her off-price assignments, she spent nearly 10 years as a leader in the Bloomingdale's home business after multiple roles within Bloomingdale's, starting with the buyer training program. All right, so I found a couple articles about Michelle. All right, let's go to Michelle here. All right, so this is Michelle Israel, Macy's backstage and Bloomingdale's outlet. So this article is kind of old. It's like 6 years old. But that's Michelle's photo. At least her headshot, she doesn't look surprised. So I got to give her credit to that. Okay, her father is Howard Israel, founder and owner of specialty chain Lee J Bed and Bath, which closed in the 1990s. Well, that's always a good sign. You got a business that closed. All right. The folks who saw my awkward prom pictures in my father's office know who they are, Israel said. It sounds obvious, but I love the people and the products. So her background is in home furnishings. Okay. So she started her career in the buyer training program at Bloomingdale's in 1991. She's been executive vice president. Okay, so she spent most of her career at Macy's and Bloomingdale's. All right. So this is Michelle, and here's another article about her as well. Michelle Israel, because this is just kind of announcing her promotion to lead Macy's Backstage. Here's the thing. Have you guys ever heard of Macy's Backstage? Like, I didn't even know that's what it was called. That's how, like, little brand awareness there is about this, like, outlet chain. I didn't even know that's what it was called. That's crazy. The appointment comes after Macy's decision to open 19 more Backstage stores out in its stores to drive out traffic and sales. The retailer launched the off-price concept in 2015 at 3 Macy's stores in New York. So that is Michelle Israel. So maybe I can kind of see her being used to like help. Maybe she will be part of the buying team and help them figure out what they're going to stock in the stores. I don't know. So yeah, so I did see Michelle has a LinkedIn page. I'm not going to go there just because I can't do it without being signed in, and then I got to reveal all kinds of other info. So I can't really, it's kind of hard for me to bring up LinkedIn pages just because of that. And you can't see their actual profile if you're not signed in. So I can't really do that, but she does have a LinkedIn if you guys want to look that up. All right, the last but not least here, we have got Bill Wall. Okay. So Bill manages special situations and identifies distressed investment opportunities for Fidelity's high-income and alternatives group. Quite a team here. Quite the dream team. Before rejoining Fidelity in 2020, Mr. Wall, by the way, did I switch off? Could you guys see Michelle's headshot here? Or did I forget to click off of that? I don't know. Anyways, this is Michelle. Okay, so this is Michelle if I didn't click on the tab there. So that's Michelle Israel with a big background in Macy's and Bloomingdale's. Okay. All right, so let's go back to Bill Wall here. All right, so before rejoining Fidelity in 2020, Mr. Wall was a partner at, OQ Partners, investing in small private startups and served as a director of several public companies. He also served as a general counsel at Abrams Capital, a value-oriented investment firm focused on public and private investments. Previously, he was a founding partner at a hedge fund, Andover Capital, and spent 7 years at Fidelity in various investment and legal roles. He began his career as an associate at Ropes and Gray, providing legal advice on private equity and corporate finance. Okay, so we got another money guy, and this guy identifies distressed investment opportunities. So that's exciting, right? Distressed investment. So I wonder if he's going to do that for Joann's. I don't know. So I was able to find a couple things about Bill here. All right, so here is a photo of Bill. And this is another one of his roles. He's a trustee at Lawrence General Hospital. All right, and here's the thing. This guy actually went to Harvard. So he's definitely like the most educated one of the bunch here. So Bill, he's a graduate of Harvard Law School. All right, so we got a Harvard law educated dude here. He also was at the John F. Kennedy School of Government, I believe also at Harvard, and he went to the University of Massachusetts at Amherst. He also serves as the treasurer and member of the Board of Governors at the North Andover Country Club. All right, so this is our, like, Harvard law grad country club dude. Okay. I mean, these people are so down to earth and, relatable, right? Very relatable. Indeed, the country club crowd here. So that's a photo of Bill. And it was kind of hard because there's another guy that works at Fidelity also named William Wall, but it's a younger guy and it's not the same guy. So I had to try to, figure out who was who. All right, so here is his bio at Fidelity. He's the managing director of special situations at Fidelity. I like how he focuses on distressed investments for the high income and alternatives division at Fidelity Investments. Fun times here. Yeah. So, so at least he's got his a Bachelor of Arts degree in economics from the University of Massachusetts. He's got his Juris Doctor from Harvard Law School and his Master's in Public Administration from the Kennedy School of Government. So this guy actually does have the Ivy League education. He, goes to the country club. Very, very, very relatable person here. But at least he actually has, like, a law degree, and he went to one of the best schools in the country. So at least he does have an education, and he has a lot of experience with Fidelity. So, fun times. So that is the new dream team over at Joann Fabrics. We got Michael Prendergast. What's also funny is that the guy who's the interim CEO is like the least educated of like the whole bunch. And I almost think like there are other people that would make more sense as the interim CEO on this board of directors. Maybe they just don't have the time. I don't know. But it seems like the guy who's the interim CEO is like the least qualified out of like these 6 people here. I don't know. So that's the bunch. We got Michael Prendergast, Mary Campbell, Joe Hartsig, Darrell Horn, Michelle Israel, Bill Wall. So that's the new Infinity team. Can they do it? Can they bring Joann's back from the brink of bankruptcy? We don't know. We don't know what they're going to do. I'm just like, I don't know. I just had to laugh at all the bios and all of like the, like the corporate speak. I'm just like, I don't know, guys. So what does everybody think about the new team here? Joann still has not updated the management team. I'm going to keep an eye on it, though, to see if maybe they do that this week. I don't know. All right, so here we go. Let's see here. Joann would have done better to hire graduates from leading fashion colleges. At least they have majors in textiles, merchandising, and consumer behavior. That's not a bad idea, actually. They should at least hire some of those people to be on the buying team, like to get what people actually want to buy. None of the people on this board has nothing. Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I think about all this. They all worked with companies that are exactly opposite of where Joann's needs to be going. Just take it back to basics and empower people to learn new skills with quality materials. Yeah. I would agree. I would agree here. Oops. Oh, okay. I just spilled water all over the place. Okay. All right. Let me just clean this up real quick. Oh, boy. Fun times here. All right. My hand is all wet. Okay, we're going to move this over here. All right. I need to get another paper towel here. Hold on a sec. I've been to the HSN storefront. Yeah, there is. I've been to a couple of those as well when I was working for them. I think I went to a couple of, because we also got a discount. I remember the employees also got a discount at those storefronts. So yeah, you're right, Denise. They do exist. And those are open to the public, so you don't have to be an employee to go there. But I remember checking them out. I forgot why. I think I did buy some stuff there too. I don't remember what I bought, but I did buy some stuff. All right. It seems like none of these executives really works for Joann. All seem to have other jobs. Yeah. So Joann's is just like and I want to know how much they're going to be paying all of these people to serve on the board of directors. It's going to be like $10,000, $20,000 a month. I don't know. Are you referring to Darrell? He looks like an unhappy camper. Okay, yeah. Are we talking about Darrell? Yeah, Darrell. I don't know what's up with Darrell, but like something. Yeah, like that is not. I just gotta say that's not a very flattering corporate headshot. I think he could do better. Yeah. Yeah, he does not look happy at all. I don't know what's going on with him. But I do find that picture just really funny. I just discovered backstage 2 weeks ago when I went to a mall in St. Petersburg, Missouri. To be honest, the whole mall had a deserted vibe. Have you guys seen those YouTube channels where people go into like deserted malls from the 90s? It's super crazy. And some of them like, they've got like all the chairs and the tables in the food court. They still have storefronts. There's still merchandise, but the mall is abandoned. And then you'll see like mold and plants growing inside. It's super crazy. But you guys should check out some of those videos because it's pretty Like, the whole thing is, like, super wild there. I'm just feeling like we're simply going to see more of the same at Joann's, packaged as new and moving even further away from sewing and crafting. Yeah. I don't know. The interim CEO is the one that gets blamed and easily replaced when nothing gets better. Yes, I guess it's easier to boot out Michael, I guess, when things don't improve. I don't know. Like, and I want to know I wonder what Joann's, like, benchmark goals are for all of the, like, investors. Like, what are they looking to see from Joann's? It's not that profitable to make big money for real fabric stores. I remember when Hancock started being in home decor and other items, not craft and fabric. Yeah, and I remember in Hancock's didn't make it. You know, they didn't make it. I don't know. I kind of want to make a thumbnail, maybe for, like, a future show, or maybe for, like, when we pull out this video, when we pull this out, of, like, all of the team, like, assembled as, like, the Marvel, what do they call it? Like the Avengers. This is, like, the new Joann. I kind of want to make a thumbnail with all of them, you know, like, kind of in, or maybe somebody should make, like, you could rework the Avengers movie, but replace the heads with, like, the heads of these people. I don't have that kind of editing skill, but I've seen channels do that kind of thing, and it's pretty funny. So I think that would be totally awesome. So I don't know. So what do we think about the new Joann's Avengers team? Can they save the chain or not? What's gonna happen? What the hell is going on at this place? I don't even know. Like, I don't even know. I'm just so confused. I'm just really confused. Like, I don't even know what's going on here. Alright, guys, I think we need the music back. We're going to turn the music back on here. Yeah, so what do we think? Down below in the comments, or if you're watching it live, what do we think about this new Joann's Avengers team? Can they turn things around? Is it hopeless? What are we going to see at Joann Fabrics? I have no idea. It feels like someone hired their friends from high school. It seems like it's like, okay, I got a buddy, and, you know, they don't have a lot going on. They're looking for another board seat. It does kind of feel like they're just hiring, like, anybody, and not people specifically that could actually help Joann's. I think it's only going to work if they listen to what customers actually want and not tell the customers this is what you want, which is never what we actually want. I think that's a good. Yeah, I think that's a good. Yeah, I'm with you, Denise. I am with you. Well, on another note, if you would like to purchase sewing and sewing supplies and fabric from a small business that is not corporately owned and has not gone off the rails, I would encourage you to check out the Sewing Report Etsy shop at sewingreport.etsy.com, where you can find fabric and sewing supplies that are personally curated, packed, and shipped by me, Jen, here at the Sewing Report. And I will update this right after the show, but you will be able to get 10% off of your orders of $60 or more. I just have to update this because it looks like my sale expired. I did just restock a bunch of items like the Sew Tights magnets and the magic pins, so we do have some restocks in store. And I need to place another order as well because there are some other items that I need to get some new inventory. But if you'd like to support a small business that is not corporately owned, you can check it out. Shop fabric and sewing supplies at sewingreport.etsy.com. This is the sponsor of tonight's live stream because this is an independent show and I don't have any corporate sponsors. So that is that. Have you been watching any interesting programs or podcasts? Denise, I'm still hooked on that outdaughtered TLC show. I'm on season 7 now. And yeah, I just can't stop. You know, I'm gonna make it through season 10. I don't know what it is. I just find the show really fun to watch. It's kind of a light, you know, it's not super heavy. It's about a family with 6 daughters, including 5 quintuplets, and it kind of details their like family adventures. I know they also have a YouTube channel called It's a Buzzworld. I don't know how I've gotten hooked on this show, but I have. So that is what I have been watching lately. I'm late. Are there any women on the board? Paula, there are. All right, let's go. Let me go back to this tab here. There are a couple women on the board. All right, so we got Mary Campbell. So basically, Mary she spent a long time with Curate Retail Group. That's the group that owns QVC, HSN, Ballard Designs, Frontgate, Garnet Hill, and Grandin Road, and is a leader in video commerce. And the other woman is Michelle Israel. She basically spent over 20 years at Macy's and Bloomingdale's. So they both have basically both have retail experience. Michelle more with physical stores, and then Mary with broadcasting and video. So those are the 2 ladies, and then there's 3 guys. You got Joe Hartsig. He has a lot of like retail e-commerce business experience. Darrell Horn, he works for like a wealth management firm. And then Bill Wall, he's sort of the money legal guy. And he went to Harvard, and he works for Fidelity in the high income and alternatives group. And then of course there's the interim CEO, Michael Prendergast. He's the guy. Not sketchy at all. He went to the University of Phoenix. Just saying. I don't know. I do find that a little strange. So I'm like, okay. Yeah. I'm curious about this too, Lisa. I want to know what how much they're paying these freaking people. But here's the thing. Because they're not a publicly traded company anymore, I'm wondering if maybe that will be in their bankruptcy paperwork. Like if they might have to file... if they might have to release that in their bankruptcy court filings. But because they're not publicly traded, they don't have to do those public disclosures anymore for the SEC. So because they were publicly traded before, all of that info was public. And now I'm wondering how much we'll be able to find out, since Joann's is no longer a publicly traded company. But I'm curious to see like what they're paying these people. Because, like, board members can make, like, 5 figures a month just for, like, being, like, an advisor, basically. Which is a lot of money. So, I don't know. I do think that's pretty interesting. I'm curious to see. And I want to know what Michael is making as the interim CEO. So, I'm really curious. I'm really curious, too, guys. I am curious as well. Alright, I do want to share something kind of funny with you guys. Okay, so I am noticing that certain companies in like the sewing and quilting industry are starting to use artificial intelligence or AI images or elements in their social media postings. So I kind of noticed this the other day. That was posted by Benartex Fabrics, and I wanted to show this to you guys because I did think it was like sort of funny, I guess. I don't know what you think, but let me pull this up. So Benartex posted this, and I was like, are they really using like AI pictures on Instagram? And they are. So they posted this image, and I was like, what the heck? Like, okay. So they posted this for like National Sewing Machine Day a couple days ago. And it's clearly an AI generated image of like what they consider like man candy with a quilt. It's like an AI photo of an AI generated image of a shirtless guy holding a quilt up. And what's funny is that a lot of people don't even seem to realize that it's an AI picture. So I think that's kind of funny. So it says, Happy National Sewing Machine Day. Today we stitch together some joy as we celebrate our marvelous quilting companion, the sewing machine. And by stitch together, we totally mean marvel at the sensational image of a handsome man embracing the coziness of a quilt. Because nothing screams, I love quilting, like a good-looking guy holding the fruits of our labor and making us momentarily forget how to thread a needle. I'm just like, I don't know. What do you guys think about companies or brands using AI images? I'm not sure what to think about it. Yeah, I don't know. Like, well, here's the other thing too, is that on Instagram, if you use AI elements, you're actually supposed, like, so if you post something on Instagram, they have a, you're supposed to label it as AI generated. Like, there's a little button you can click that says this was made by AI, and it looks like Benartex didn't do that, and they should have. So I kind of know, not to throw shade, but I did find that kind of interesting that they didn't disclose, they didn't make the AI disclosure. So you can see here that Instagram asks you to do that. So it says label AI generated content on Instagram. And you're supposed to do that so whenever someone sees the post, then above the post, they'll see like made with AI. So at least, because that's the thing, it's getting hard. It is kind of getting difficult for people to tell whether something is real or it was AI. And Instagram is asking creators to make that disclosure with AI generated content. And I did find that interesting that Benartex did not do that. But here's the funny thing is that, so right after I saw Benartex post this photo, I noticed Moda Fabrics posted a different but pretty similar AI image of like what they considered a hot dude with a quilt. But Moda Fabrics actually did use the proper tag, and it said made with AI. So Moda Fabrics actually did disclose that it was an AI image, and people got really upset in the comments. So I was like, well, so they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're using AI. Like, that's, so terrible. So a lot of people, when they saw the made with AI tag, a lot of people up in the comments of the Moda post, which is not this one, it was a different one, the comments were pretty negative about it. And then I noticed later on, Moda removed the post. They deleted the post altogether because I was going to show that to you during the show. So I saved it. I saved that post, and then when I went back to look at it later, it was gone. And then I realized they must have deleted it due to all of the backlash. But I found it kind of funny that the Benartex one is still up, but a lot of people didn't seem to be upset about this one because, like, they didn't put the label on it. But this is very obviously an AI image. I just find it kind of funny that people were so upset at the Moda one because they actually did use the proper disclosure, and people are not as upset with this Benartex image because they didn't actually disclose it. But I think what Benartex did is kind of shadier because they didn't disclose that this was made with AI, and it definitely is. So I don't know, what does everybody think about using AI images with within the creative sphere? I don't know. I think AI can be helpful to creators, especially for what I do with video editing. But I also I use AI more to enhance my editing and not create and not just generate things from scratch. So there are things, there's something called generative fill with Adobe Premiere and Photoshop. So what you can see in this frame here, AI can fill in and make it bigger and kind of create more of a backdrop if you don't have one. But I don't know if I would use AI to just create B-roll for videos or something. I don't know. I don't think I would do that. I think AI can be helpful to creators, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about content that's completely AI generated and not just enhancing something that was already there. But I just found it really funny that fabric companies are now starting to just blatantly use AI images. And then the Moda Fabrics one, they just totally took that down. They must have not been able to take the heat from that post. But people are kind of upset. People are very upset with the Moda post. But I found it funny because they actually did do the proper Instagram disclosure with the made with AI tag. And Better Text didn't, and people aren't upset because a lot of people don't seem to know. Like, there's a couple negative comments, but not that many, you know? So if you kind of look at this. Like, yeah, this person says AI photos are so creepy. So a couple people seem to understand that it's AI, but a lot of people, like, it's obvious that a lot of people commenting don't like, they think this is an actual guy, and they don't even realize, like, that's why Instagram requires you to tag made with AI, so people don't, you know, so people can distinguish reality from, you know, an artificial generated image. So a lot of, yeah, this dude has a whiff of it, exactly, because this isn't like, and you can kind of tell with AI, like, things are, like, too perfect, and it's, like, almost like airbrush. That's how you can kind of tell it's AI. But I did find it funny that Moda had one that was, like, very similar, and they just, like, flat out took it down. So I did find that kind of funny that they took theirs down after getting, like, a bunch of negative comments about the AI image, but they actually did the proper tag. So I don't know. I was like, yeah, but we're entering, like, a weird phase where we're blurring the line between reality and fiction, and it's kind of hard to tell. Like, our AI stuff is getting more and more realistic, and it is kind of creepy, you know what I'm saying here? Alright, the people on this board sound like the hacks on my HOA. I went to a fashion industry high school and have more in line with business than these folks. High paid hacks, customers get no sack. Yeah. A human had to Photoshop that because AI hasn't figured out what a quilt is. Oh boy. Yeah, exactly. It's pretty weird. Alright, Paula says AI needs to go. Yeah. OMG, that guy with the quilt is hilarious. What do they think a bunch of old lady quilters are going to melt over some... Apparently so. Like, I don't know. It's really... Yeah, it's pretty weird. It's a little strange, though. Just know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Alright, we got Jenna here about Joann's. Here's to hoping that they're clearing out the crap they moved over the last decade and move back to fabric, yarn, and sewing notions that were the core of the business. I hear you, Jenna. I hear you. I just feel like we're not going to know what's real. Yeah, I mean, what's real anymore? I have no idea. Ooh, 50% off cork fabric. Ooh. Hey, that's pretty good. Finally, price I would buy to try. Hey, that's awesome. That is awesome. But yeah, I've noticed a lot of people, a lot of creatives and artists are very much anti-AI. I kind of have a more nuanced view. I don't think we can avoid AI creeping into everything. You know, it's here. It's not going away. I do think AI can be helpful with, you know, using as like a tool. But yeah, I wouldn't do like a sewing report video that was like all AI video. Like, I just think that would be strange. And like, I do the channel to show like real sewing and stuff. And I don't know. But I thought it was funny that all these like fabric companies are starting to use to make like AI stuff for social media. Like, you can't just take a picture of a guy with the quilt. You got to get like an AI tool or something. It is kind of like, it is weird, you know. It is. I do find that pretty strange. I don't know. This is strange. Yeah, it is. It's like, it's kind of everywhere. Like, and people are using AI to do everything now. And there's even a lot of AI tools for video editing. Like, the one I use, it can actually generate text. So like, it auto generates what you say, and you can actually use the text to edit. and it's actually kind of helpful because it helps me edit faster because I can quickly visually see what I'm saying, and at least I know where to cut things out. So like sometimes if I'm filming a video, I might say a line like 5 times before I get the good take, and I can see with the text-based editing what the good take is, so then I can go right to that spot, and it does actually really speed things up a lot for me. So I do find that to be pretty helpful for editing and that kind of thing. This is a good thought from Lisa. AI is the lazy way out. I know it can be helpful in certain applications, but making up fake images is just weird. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with using like AI images for like if I was making like a background for something or making like a pattern, but I don't like, but like it's weird, like, cause you're even seeing AI influencers where it's like a fake person and that person is an influencer, and it's easy for brands to create content using this fake generated person because they don't have to pay the person, and the person looks perfect, and you can get it to say whatever you want. And it is like the deep fakes are getting a little weird. Indeed, I do find it a little strange, especially since I'm someone who is an online personality, and somebody else might be able to do the same thing I'm doing, but with like a fake person, you know? So it is pretty bizarre, indeed. All right, I gotta cough real quick. Hold on a sec. Exactly, like that's why companies want to do this, is because you don't have to pay, like it really cuts the cost. You just have to pay for the like the tool. But too much of anything, yeah, it's not a good thing. You know, I don't know. I kind of prefer things that are real. Like again, I am very appreciative that AI tools for video editing are helpful, but it's still like my own video, and it's not like an artificially generated picture, and that's where I'm kind of not sure about the whole thing. I don't know, it is pretty strange. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off pretty soon, but I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the new Avengers team at Joann Fabrics. Let me know what you think down below in the comments if you're watching on the replay. But we've had some fun looking into some of these people. If you have any predictions as to where they're going to go with the direction of Joann's, I'd also love to hear what you think. I hope everyone has a great week ahead. On your way out, if you enjoyed this live show, hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to Sewing Report Live. You can also check out just regular sewing, embroidery, and other making videos over on the main Sewing Report channel. This channel is for what's going on in the world of sewing and crafts. But I hope everyone has a great week here. I am Jen with Sewing Report Live. Have a good one. I'll see you back here again next Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, same place. I'll be here, right here in the sewing studio, but I hope y'all have a good one. And remember, whatever you're doing, make it fun.